evening, everyone. My name's Allison Baker, and I'm the Department Chair for Nursing here at College of Western Idaho. I'd like to welcome you to the College of Western Idaho's 2000. They don't hire me for my technical ability. Welcome to the 2017 pinning ceremony. I'd like to start out by saying congratulations to the class of 2017. You made it. I'd also like to say Happy Nurses Week to my fellow nurses. And I'd like to thank all of you, family and friends, for not only coming tonight, but for all the support that you've given your student and the program. As nursing faculty, we see the positive outcomes of all the long hours of studying, and we know that this would not be possible without the support from home. We can't thank you enough. In addition to you, family and friends, there are a lot of people behind the scenes that support our program, with which, if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be here. So I'd like to thank a couple of people. Stanley Bastian, Board of Trustees. Mark Dunham, Board of Trustees. The president of our college, Dr. Burke Landon. The executive vice president of instruction and student services, David Shelburne. And the assistant vice president of academic affairs, Brenda Pettinger. I also want to recognize your faculty, Suzanne Weiss, Jennifer Navarro, Colleen Moher, Joan Weddington, Evelyn Floyd. In addition, we have a former faculty here, Asia Dina. And I have one more person I do need to mention. Just bear with me that without this person, we could not function. So our skills lab manager, Sean Muldoon. So as you can see, there's a lot of support for the students and the program. I want to thank everyone again. Graduates, your hard work is already paying off. Of our 39 graduates, 32 are already continuing on to get their bachelor's degree. Hey. Of the 39 graduates, 33 already have job offers. So once again, congratulations. As your faculty, we are very proud of you. You've worked hard, you've earned everything you've gotten. Congratulations. Next on our program is Dr. Burke Landon, who's going to say a few words.
I just want to welcome everybody out today, and it's great. You're a good-looking group. Aren't they a good-looking group, or what? Huh? Every year, I have made it a point of walking the gauntlet. They line them up outside, and then I walk down and shake their hands and ask them what they're doing after graduation. And I got in the habit of doing this because there's some of them I want to get to know. Not that my health is that good, but I want to know what floor they're working on. Especially those that are in surgery, I want to make sure I know their names. Those that are in the rehab area. I have a intensive physical workout. I play racquetball 3 days a week for 2 weeks, and then I go to physical therapy for 3 weeks. So, but I also found out too that I explained to the last 2 or 3 that I talked to. Years ago, I was president of Treasure Valley Community College, and My first day on campus, my wife had not moved in, family had not moved there yet, and I was eating at a picnic right next to the hospital, and choked on a piece of meat. And so they put me in the hospital at a rotor, had to do the thing, the rotor-rooter thing. And because I wasn't a resident yet in that town, they kept me overnight. So I learned very quickly. I woke up the next morning with 28 student nurses around my bed, and the head of nursing saying, "This is our new president of the college. And today we're going to be working on enemas." So I figured I better get aware of who the nursing staff are right away, because they're key to our community. We could not be prouder of you. I will tell you that the statistics that I hear about this class group is tremendous. Your test scores and what you've done. We are very, very proud, and I turn to you, the audience, the family, the friends, the relatives that are in the audience, and say thank you. Thank you for giving us your sons and daughters, your husbands, your wives, and thank you for contributing to the healthcare industry in a very fine and efficient and a very significant way. So thanks for your commitment to assuring that we have the quality of graduates that we have here today. It is your day. Let's celebrate your celebration. Congratulations. Thank you.
I have the great privilege to introduce our keynote speaker, Kim Fraley. Kim began her career as a new graduate in the NICU at St. Luke's Hospital in Boise. She served as a clinical nurse, a high-risk delivery nurse, charge nurse, clinical supervisor, and director. And during her time at St. Luke's, Kim served on improvement councils such as nursing leadership redesign, the Council to Reduce Staff Injuries Due to Violent Patients, the Operational Efficiency Council, and the Committee to Design New Facilities. Kim recently transitioned to a new role at White Cloud Analytics, where she serves as the Clinical Performance Improvement Consultant. She works for hospitals and healthcare executive teams across the country doing this. In this role, she shares her knowledge and expertise to build teams and projects to drive improvement in quality and efficiency. Currently, Kim serves as president for the American Nurses Association, the Idaho chapter, and previously served as the legislative committee chairperson representing the nurses of Idaho on Capitol Hill during the American Nurses Association Lobby Day. Kim also volunteers with the local United Way as a member of the Education Visioning Council. In what little free time she has, Kim is the wife to Ryan and mother of 2 boys, Owen and Bennett. They enjoy skiing and biking and spending time in McCall. So please welcome Kim Fraley.
Well, hi. Thank you guys for having me. Can you hear me okay? I can't tell. Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned that. Hopefully I don't have grass in my hair. I came from flag football, changed in the bathroom. And here we are. But we've got this. Well, it's really nice to be here today. Congratulations to all of you. This is a big day of celebration. You've worked super hard. I think I've done a lot in my career, and I have a long career left to go, and I think those few years of nursing school still were probably the hardest. So be very proud that those are behind you, and be excited about what's coming next, because it gets way better. It only gets better from here. I promise. And it's nice to see so many familiar faces. I see colleagues, I see nurses who used to work with me in the NICU, and you've all grown to different places as well. So this really is a starting point for you. And it feels like a huge hurdle, and now we get to start and just go do my job, but it is actually the beginning, and there's a lot more to go and a lot more learning to go. So I just wanted to talk to you about kind of what I've seen in my nursing career so far, and what I think has built the nurses that I know have become the most successful and the most satisfied and the happiest in their careers, kind of what that meant for them, what's special about them, and what they've done to continue to move that forward. So what I've seen, and I see it in this room and many of you, is the nurses who really own their profession and they own their responsibility to this have some pretty key attributes that they've carried through their entire career. And you have them to start with because that's how you got into nursing school and that's how you made it through. But these are things that you need to be very, very intentional about continuing to refine them and owning them. And that means that you have to be compassionate, you have to be caring, you have to be a lifelong learner, you have to take responsibility for all of that. You have to be a leader. You are a leader and you are a decision maker for your patients. And if you can remember one thing that I think is the most important thing for you to know today is that you will always be the leader and the decision maker in that room for your patient, for their family, for your community, whatever that is. You're the advocate and the decision maker. Anything that happens for your patients in there, if something goes wrong and you're not feeling well, you know that for your patient, right? And you're the one who has to actually make a decision, act, and change the course of action for that patient. So, like many of you in the room, because I know you're here, NICU nurses are a good example of that. Our patients don't tell us that they're cold, or they're hungry, or they're tired, or they feel worse than yesterday. So you have to know that. So the key thing to that is being perceptive and paying attention, always paying attention. What's different about yesterday? What's different from what my colleague told me yesterday? And how is that different today? And what do I need to do differently today? What is the plan? How can I follow that consistently? And how can I communicate when I don't think that that's the right way to go anymore? And how can I be confident in that and really lead that charge? And that's all in you. And those are attributes you have. And being a novice nurse, it's hard to do that. It's hard to stand up and say, hey, Dr. Smith, Dr. Super Nice Guy, this is going to be awesome, and I think we need to change course. I think we need to order this, this, and this, because this is what I've seen, and it's different from yesterday. And then when they don't understand that, you're going to have to be really clear about describing why that has changed. And you've learned those. You have tools, and you have a foundation for that. You don't have everything you need, but you have a very strong foundation to take you forward. And if you make a commitment today to lifelong learning, which, what was that, 95% have made that commitment to continue to go forward. And school is fun. You know school is fun, so you'll continue to do that. You'll probably, most of you will go back and get your master's as well. And that's fun too. You'll like it, I promise. But take it in due time. And with that, do something that really does like light your fire and fuels your soul, because that's going to be the important thing to continue to give. So nurses who recognize that nursing is a profession of service also do very well. You will spend the rest of your career caring for others. And that's whether you're a clinical nurse, you're a clinical nurse leader, you're an executive at the school of nursing where you went to school, or you become a national leader and you're a patient advocate at the national level, whether that's in legislative or other, you're always going to be a patient advocate and you're always going to be a servant to others. So that means that whatever you choose to do, it has to be because it's what you feel like you're good at, it's what you feel like you're meant to do, and it's what lights your fire and gets you going every day. Because you also know that burnout is a thing, but it's actually preventable. It really is preventable. And the way to prevent it is to continue to evolve, and that's where professional growth and development comes, whatever that means for you. I've done a bunch of things, I continue to do a bunch of things in my career, and I've always said yes when it's felt right. And that has kept my fire lit, and when I feel like I'm burning out and I'm not giving 100%, I no longer can be a servant to the people around me, whether that's the nurses that work for me and then care for the patients that we're responsible for, or whether it's taking care of patients directly. I know that means it's time to evolve. It's not time to leave nursing. It's not time to work at Starbucks. It's not time to be a florist. And we all have those backup plans too. Everybody does. Mine was a florist. Sometimes it was a barista, but that seemed really hard. But that's not what that means. It's not that you need to leave the profession. This is what you were meant to do, and you'll always be able to find that fire, but you have to find what really keeps you going, and when that's not it anymore, you just need to grow into a new role, and it's going to be different. And so the way that I've made those decisions have been less intentional of, I want to be a charge nurse, I want to be a director, I want to be the CNO, that wasn't my path, that hasn't been my path, and that still isn't my path. I don't know what I want to be next. Something, and that'll come, but I've been open to ideas, open to things that maybe I didn't think I wanted, but when it felt like it was right for the people I cared for, becoming the director of the NICU was probably the last thing on my list that I ever wanted to do. But in that point in time, that's what we all needed. We needed somebody who had the ability to do it and who we knew, because we need our patients to continue to be cared for the way that they always had been, and transitioning to a new personality who didn't know our culture and didn't know the way that we did things wasn't the right thing. So I said yes, and it was probably the best experience I've had so far in my career. And then when I had no more to give there, I did move on because I had another opportunity that was maybe better for me professionally or better for my family. And now, seeing everybody, of course, I miss it and want to go work 100 hours a week again. But so far, so good. But if you continue to evolve, you will always be happy. You really, truly always will be happy, and you'll always be fulfilled. But just know that that's going to come. So today is truly a foundation. You have what you need to be successful moving forward. You know how to learn, you know how to pay attention, and you know how to find resources, and you know how to ask questions. And that's all you need, because I guarantee you're going to go to work next week or in 3 weeks, and you're going to get 3 patients, 5 patients, 6 patients. You're going to think, I don't even know what their diagnoses are, and I have to look up all of their medications, and I swear I was supposed to know that. No, you're supposed to know how to find that information. You're supposed to know how to find the resources they need, how to validate that they have the right information they need to help them achieve the optimal health they can to go home. And you know what? That experience of caring for other people in their time of need, caring for them when they're sick and they're trying to get better, or even more special is when they can't get better and you're helping them achieve that peaceful death. There's nothing more gratifying in this world than being able to do that. And there's such a small percentage of people who get to do that in their lifetime. And it is such a gift to have been given to have a foundation in nursing and get to go do that for the rest of your life. And maybe you'll take care of patients for the rest of your career, and that'll be awesome. And you'll get to see families grow, you'll see families grieve loss, and you'll be there for them, and you'll be able to help them do that with knowledge, with support, with dignity, with space, and it is a beautiful thing. And maybe you'll move on from that, and you'll continue to nurse nurses through their career, or actually anything. I mean, the reason I chose nursing is I knew I wanted to take care of people. I knew that's what I was supposed to do, but I certainly was not ready to say at the ripe old age of 22 that I want to be a neurologist and I'm going to do that for the rest of my life, or I want to be a physical therapist and I'm going to do that for the rest of my life. I don't know. I want to take care of people for the rest of my life. And with nursing, you can do that in absolutely any capacity. You're the most trusted profession and probably the most valued profession, truly, and you can do that in a hospital, in a clinic, in your home, in your community, at a national level, at school. And it is such a gift to be here with you today and to celebrate your commencement, the beginning of your career, and finishing this first chapter. And I encourage you to continue to grow your profession, to grow your knowledge, to help each other, and to care for each other. You are leaders, your mentors, your teachers, and your advocates, and you are always going to be the decision maker for yourself and for your patients. And I've never met a nurse that I haven't been in awe of you. I've learned something from everyone I've worked with. I've learned something from everyone I've taken care of. And those memories last with you forever, and they continue to evolve who you are. So congratulations today. Take care of each other. Stay in touch with one another. And remember that this is the beginning, and good luck to you. I'm so proud of you and so proud to call you colleagues. Welcome to the profession.
Thank you, Kim. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce the student speaker, Jessica Parrott. Jessica is a wife and mother of 3 kids. She has worked in the healthcare field for over 10 years, and she's super excited to start her new chapter in the cardiac intensive care unit. And after graduating from nursing school, she's looking forward to having time to resume her life as a runner and a reader of she underscored non-textbooks. So please welcome Jessica.
Thank you. Before I start, I just want to say that I might be the biggest crybaby in the whole class. So I'm going to try really hard to get through this without tears, but I can't make any guarantees. So first of all, I just want to say we did it. We are here today to receive our pens and celebrate a huge accomplishment. As I was scouring the internet for something to help me write this speech, I came across the perfect image. It illustrates success as an iceberg. The tip of the iceberg, above the water where everyone can see, is success. And our success, of course, is that we're graduating from nursing school. And we'll have those two beautiful letters, RN, at the ends of our names to prove it. And that's the part of the iceberg that anyone can see. But we know when it comes to icebergs that the bulk lies below the water. And that is what we're truly celebrating today. The bulk of this iceberg is the foundation of success. The hard work, perseverance, failures, sacrifice, and dedication that brought us to this point. Each person sitting here today has spent the last 2 years consistently working towards success. It's taken hours of studying, time away from our families and friends, frustration and tears, and unrelenting hard work to make it here today. We spent years building the foundation, and now we've reached the tip of the iceberg. That's an accomplishment to be proud of. I commend each and every one of you for the tremendous effort that brought you to this point. Congratulations on your success. There's lots more. Okay. In preparation for this speech, I also gathered advice from the nurses around me. I posed this question to each of them. If you could give a group of nursing graduates one piece of advice, what would it be? And I received a lot of advice, ranging from wear comfortable shoes to long rants that I couldn't possibly include in my speech up here. But there was one common theme that rang true throughout most of the advice that I received, and it is simply this: don't stop learning. We're leaving school today loaded with knowledge, and maybe more than we thought we could fit into our brains. But the nurses out there want us to know that there's so much more. What I've heard most often from nurses is they encourage us to go out into the world, ask questions, be curious, and continue our spirit of learning. Our profession is one of growth and change, and there will always be something new to learn. And I know that this group of people is up for that challenge and any other challenges that come our way. As I've gotten to know all of you, I've come to know a group of intelligent, hardworking, and strong-willed people. And over the last 2 years, I've experienced incredible support and compassion from my nursing school friends. When times have gotten tough and our professors have gotten tougher, this group pulled together, got donuts, and lifted each other up. The depth of caring that I've seen among you is inspiring. The patients that you care for will know that kindness and compassion, and your coworkers will feel that support and thoughtfulness. You are all going to be amazing nurses, and I'm so glad I got to be a part of this group of nursing students. Now I'd like to take a moment to thank our instructors. We've had the opportunity to learn from an incredible and varied group of people. Thank you to all of the instructors who guided us through clinicals and kept us in line while we were out in the hospitals. To Sean Muldoon, our lab guru, thank you for putting up with us in your lab and for not making blooper reels and selling them on the internet. To our lecture instructors, starting with Josh Deese, who's here somewhere. Thank you for those memorable pharmacology tidbits like hot, crazy, and hard. Your description of serotonin syndrome and many other fun facts will forever be cemented in our minds. To Asia Dina, for your alternative teaching methods, like the time you gave us a math test while playing a mind-numbing YouTube video of a cat dancing on a rainbow to music while giving us a running countdown of the time left on the clock. Dosage calculations will forever be just a little easier thanks to you. Jen Hutchings, we will always make it our goal to be safe, prudent nurses thanks to you. Professor Baker, thank you for teaching us fashion basics such as matching our socks to our shoes and wearing tasteful accessories. To Professor Gillette, thank you for imparting upon us what will surely be a lasting awareness of the word, stay out of RIA. Professor Navarro, you've created a whole group of nurses who know more about respiratory health and ventilators than we ever wanted to know. We and the RTs that we'll be working with, thank you. And lastly, Professor Weiss, I could stand here for hours listing the memorable moments from your lectures, but I will just say thank you for the laughs and the support that you've given us. The collective knowledge that we've received from this group of instructors will serve us well throughout our careers, and we are grateful to have had you guys leading us and guiding us. This is the hard part. Okay. Next, I want to thank our families and friends who've supported us through this crazy process. You've lifted us up when we felt defeated. Listen to us drone on and on and on about our grades. You've put up with our sometimes boring and sometimes gross stories about the things we're learning and doing. But most importantly, you loved us when we needed it most. We are all so lucky to have this room full of cheerleaders, and we're grateful to have you here today and each day leading up to this. Thank you for sticking with us during this amazing, all-consuming challenge called nursing school. Please give yourselves a hand and maybe share a knowing glance with the other survivors around you. Class of 2017, we've made it to Penny. Take a moment to soak it in, because if you're like me, there were at least a few moments when you thought this day would never come. But it's here. Our hard work paid off, and we're taking the leap from student nurse to RN. I know you'll all go out into the world and build more icebergs of success, and I can't wait to see you out there. Congratulations.
The students would like to make a little presentation now for the instructors.
We would like to thank the instructors. You guys have been wonderful. We've had an amazing experience. And we have a gift for the collective group of instructors because we don't want you guys to forget us. And for Asia. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Good job. The next part of the program is the Nightingale Award. This is a very special award in that the students of the graduating class voted anonymously, so they don't even know the results on the student in their class that they believe depicts the best of the nursing profession. This is a first for us. We had a tie. So if I could get you two ladies to come up. Ben Call. Tony Niesel. Congratulations. Now the time you've all been waiting for, we're going to do the pinning ceremony.
Ready?
Julie Allen. Krista Beck. Arden Blackstone. Tanya Boyd. Ben Call. Sandy Clayton. Shasta Creek. Denise Dietrich. Christiana Gervais. Chelsea Holcomb. Sarah Holste. Tony Niesel. Angela Latula. Justine Manjak. Kaylin McCormick. Allie McDowell. Carly Meyer. Sherry Merkley. Charlie Noble. Rami Nolavenko. Mandy Odell. Amanda Olvera. Ursula Palmer. Jessica Parrott. Doug Plaisted. Paul Pierce. Brooke Plott. Michelle Reed. Lindsay Sanchez. Veronica Sanchez. Leah Singleton. Chris Southard. Sean Tam. Heather Thomason. Carrie Banucci. Shay Withers. Zach Withers. Amanda Holloway. Oh, sorry. I apologize. There's two people not here. So. That's it.
Congratulations.
Nightingale was considered the founder of nursing as we know it today. She was sometimes called the Lady of the Lamp, referring to how she would carry a lamp or have her nurses carry lamp as they made rounds on the injured soldiers during the Crimean War. The lighted lamp, the flame, came to symbolize a nurse's dedication to caring for patients' needs. When the nursing pinning ceremony was first initiated in the 1860s, the lamp was also used as a symbol of the care and devotion the nurses administered to the sick and injured in the practice of nursing. After the new nurses were pinned, Florence Nightingale herself would light a lamp, pass the flame to each nurse as they said the pledge, which is now the Nightingale Pledge. Today, the lighting of lamps or candles is still used to symbolize the care nurses provide, as well as the dedication of the nurse to the profession. Tonight, we would like to also add the symbolism of the passing on of the light of nursing learning, along with the light of caring and dedication through faculty and the nursing program. Nursing faculty bring together their diversity of experience, knowledge, and clinical specialties to create and implement the nursing education program. In our ceremony, the nursing program is symbolized by the large candle. The symbolism will depict the faculty coming together to light the candle of the program, and each new graduate will come forward to take their light of learning nursing from the program candle and on into their own personal nursing practice. During the candle lighting, there will be a video presentation of the graduates. At this time, wait, you guys want to come up? Come on, faculty. At this time, the faculty of the nursing program of the College of Western Idaho would like to welcome you to the nursing profession. We hope that you will continue to be devoted to the welfare of those entrusted to you and your care, and that you will never lose your desire to practice nursing competently. I now challenge you, students of CWI, to know and believe within yourself as you light your candle that the lit candle now symbolizes that you are equipped to take this light of nursing learning and continue to pass it on, the flame of hope, service, compassion, and excellence in nursing to light your world. Congratulations. To the class of 2017, it has been a pleasure and an honor to work with you. Welcome to the nursing profession.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for the celebration. Thank you, CWI dignitaries. Thank you, friends and family. Please join us for cake and refreshments. Have a good evening.
Awesome.